Some NFL records aren't just hard, they're impossible. From 7 TD games to 492 touches, here's why these legendary stats may never be broken. Ever. Let's break the unbreakable. Peyton Manning threw 7 touchdowns in one game. Nobody's ever thrown 8. Not even close. Tied the NFL record in 2013 with 7 touchdown passes in a single game. Drew Brees did it. Nick Foles did it. Even Joe Cap back in the day. But nobody, ever, has thrown 8. In today's pass-heavy NFL, it feels like someone should. Quarterbacks throw 40 times a game. Defenses are built for speed, not size. But the problem isn't talent, it's coaching. Blowout games mean starters sit. You throw 5 touchdowns and you're trending. You throw 6, the backup is already warming up. The league doesn't want disrespect. It wants balance. And nobody wants to look like a villain running up the score. 7 is the line, and so far, nobody's crossed it. Most rushing yards in a game, 296. Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson ran for 296 yards as a rookie and didn't need overtime to do it. In 2007, Adrian Peterson walked into a game against the Chargers and erased them. He ran for 296 yards. No trick plays, no fluke runs, just violence, speed, and raw rage. And he did it in regulation. Peterson broke tackles like they owed him money. Every run looked like a highlight. He didn't run around defenders, he ran through them. Since then, no one's come close. Running backs today split carries. They're pulled for third downs. They're saved for playoffs. Peterson got 30 touches and never slowed down. To break this record, you'd need a perfect back, a trash defense, and a coach willing to abandon the pass entirely. That combination doesn't exist anymore. Most fair catches in a game, 7. Multiple players, assembling. 7 fair catches in one game. That's not strategy, that's surrender. Multiple players hold the record for most fair catches in a single game, 7. It's one of the weirdest, least likely records in NFL history. Why? Because to hit it, you need a perfect storm of useless offense, elite punting, and complete chaos. Your team has to go 3 and out constantly. The other team's punter has to boom high, unreturnable kicks. And your special teams coach has to scream, fair catch, everything. Today, returners let punts bounce. Coaches hate risky returns. Fair catches, they're rare. But 7, that's a football anomaly. A punt-heavy disaster of a game. To tie it, you'd need the worst offense ever, and a punter having the day of his life. Most career wins as a QB, 251. Tom Brady. Fleming. Tom Brady won 251 games. That's not a record, that's a monopoly. Tom Brady didn't just win a lot, he won forever. 251 career wins as a starting quarterback, the most in NFL history. That's 25 seasons worth of 10-win years, and he did it in 23. He didn't just stay healthy, he stayed elite. Through coaching changes, roster turnover, age, and scandal, Brady still won. The next closest guy is nearly 40 wins behind. That's 4 full seasons of winning. To break this record, a quarterback would need 20-plus years, 0 fall-off, and a Hall of Fame resume starting at age 22. Mahomes might try, but Brady already climbed that mountain, then built a house on top. Most field goals in a season, 44. David Akers. David Akers hit 44 field goals in one season. That's not offense, that's survival. In 2011, David Akers nailed 44 field goals for the San Francisco 49ers, the most ever in one season. That's not just accuracy, that's volume. The 49ers weren't scoring touchdowns, they were settling. Again and again, Akers stepped up. Left hash, right hash. Wind, rain, didn't matter. He made 44 kicks and helped carry a team to the NFC Championship. Most kickers today don't even get that many chances. Offenses either score or stall out of range. Red zone efficiency has improved, and coaches gamble more on 4th down. But that year, Akers was playing A, B, and C. No one's kicked more, and no one's likely to get the chance again. Most sacks in a game, 7. Derek Thomas. Franklin. Derek Thomas didn't play defense. He hunted quarterbacks, 7 times in one game. In 1990, Derek Thomas sacked Seahawks QB Dave Krieg 7 times in a single game. That wasn't football. That was punishment. Thomas beat his man like it was personal. Every snap, same result. Quarterback down. He had speed off the edge, violent hands, and no conscience once he got there. 7 sacks, 1 game. Still the record. Nobody's matched it. In today's NFL, QBs get rid of the ball in under 3 seconds. Touch them wrong, and it's a flag. Thomas didn't have to think about that. He just killed plays. The league's changed. The game's quicker. But that record, it stuck. 7 is the wall. And Derek Thomas built it. Most receiving yards in a game, 336. Flipper Anderson. Flipper Anderson had 336 receiving yards in one game. Yes, that's a real name and a real number. Resisting. In 1989, Flipper Anderson torched the Saints for 336 receiving yards. That's not just a record, it's a meteor strike. He averaged over 30 yards per catch. Deep ball, deep ball, deep ball. The Rams couldn't miss, the Saints couldn't cover, and Flipper couldn't be stopped. Even with overtime, nobody sniffed that number since. Calvin Johnson came close. Julio Jones got within range. But defenses today adjust fast. You rack up 150 and they bracket you the rest of the game. No one's getting that many clean looks anymore. This wasn't a lucky day. It was the perfect storm. Pace, matchup, scheme, and one guy catching fire. Flipper did what no one else has, and he still owns Sunday. Most sacks in a season, 22.5. Strahan, Watt. Semantics. Michael Strahan and TJ Watt share the sack record, but the number hasn't moved in 23 years. Propensity. 22.5 sacks in a single season. Michael Strahan set the mark in 2001, with a little help from a Brett Favre flop. TJ Watt tied it in 2021, in just 15 games. Both were unstoppable all year. But here's the truth. Nobody's ever hit 23. Not Reggie White, not Von Miller, not Aaron Donald. Today's QBs release fast. Offensive lines are built to chip, slide, adjust, and edge rushers don't get clean looks often. Even if they beat their man, they've got milliseconds to make contact. Strahan and Watt found that perfect mix of pressure, opportunity, and relentlessness. To go past them, you'd need chaos. And a little luck. Still hasn't happened. Most career passing yards, 89,214. Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't break the passing record. He buried it under 2 decades of dominance. Tom Brady finished with 89,214 career passing yards. That number isn't just big, it's untouchable. You'd need 4,500 yards every year for 20 straight seasons just to get close, and even then you'd still fall short. Brady passed Drew Brees, then lapped the field. He didn't just last long, he stayed elite. From age 22 to 45, Brady won rings, switched teams, and aged like a machine. No other quarterback in history has that mix of health, production, and obsession. Patrick Mahomes could try. Joe Burrow could try. But the math is brutal. You have to be perfect. Forever. And Brady already did it. Fewest pass attempts in a win. 1. Several QBs. 1 pass attempt. Still won the game. That's not a stat. That's a time machine. Few quarterbacks in history have won games attempting just 1 pass. It's happened, but it belongs to a different era. Back then, offenses ran the ball 50 times. Playbooks were 6 pages long, and QBs were mostly handoff specialists. 1 pass attempt means the defense got dominated, and nobody needed the quarterback to do anything. Most of these games happened before color TV. In today's league, even run-heavy teams like the Ravens or 49ers throw at least 10 times just to stay balanced. A 1-pass win now, impossible. Defenses are too smart, playbooks too complex. The record still exists, but only because the game used to be unrecognizable. Most passing yards in a season, 5,477. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning threw for 5,477 yards in one season. It made it look easy. In 2013, the same year he threw 55 touchdowns, Peyton Manning also dropped 5,477 passing yards. It's still the most in a single season. That Broncos offense was a machine. Manning threw lasers out of shotgun like he was playing Madden. It didn't matter who lined up. The result was yards, points, and broken records. Drew Brees came close. So did Tom Brady. But no one passed this number. And now, the league plays 17 games, but QBs get pulled early. Offenses run more screens. Defenses play deep to stop chunk plays. The volume is there, but the explosiveness isn't. Manning hit the perfect storm. Talent, targets, trust. No one's done it since. Most interceptions thrown in a game, 8. Jim Hardy. Fleming Happy. Jim Hardy threw 8 interceptions in one game, and somehow wasn't benched. In 1950, Jim Hardy dropped a stat line that's still unmatched for all the wrong reasons. 8 interceptions in one game. No typo, no backup. Just 8 brutal picks in a full 4 quarters of suffering. Today that's unthinkable. 3 picks and your coach is calling timeouts just to yell at you. 4 picks and Twitter's calling you cooked. 8. You're benched, cut, and memed before the 4th quarter starts. But back then, quarterbacks kept throwing no matter how bad it got. No analytics, no social media, just vibes and turnovers. That's why this record will never fall. Not because it's hard, but because no coach would ever allow it. Most interceptions thrown in a season, 42, George Blanda. George Blanda threw 42 interceptions in one season. That's not a record, that's a crime scene. In 1962, George Blanda played quarterback like every pass was a jump ball. He threw 42 interceptions in 14 games. That's 3 picks a week for an entire season. No one's even come close. The modern NFL wouldn't allow it. A quarterback throws 4 interceptions today and it's a national crisis. But Blanda just kept launching. No analytics, no fear, just bombs and consequences. His team kept playing him, and he kept throwing. Today, the media, the fans, the coaches, they'd all pull the plug. That's what makes this record unbreakable. Not the skill, not the streak, just the era. You'd need a coach with 0 shame and a QB with 0 memory. That doesn't exist anymore. Most consecutive completions, 25. Ryan Tannehill, Nick Foles. Tannehill and Foles both completed 25 passes in a row, and nobody talks about it. Crimson, sexism. Ryan Tannehill and Nick Foles, not Brady, not Breeze, hold the record for most consecutive completions, 25 straight. Back-to-back dimes, no drops, no errors, just surgical precision. Foles did it in 2018. Tannehill matched it in 2015. These weren't perfect games, but for a stretch, they looked robotic. In today's league, that's almost impossible. Defenses mix up coverage every snap. Pressures come from everywhere. Receivers drop balls. One mistake ruins the streak. To go 25 for 25, you need timing, protection, and a defense in total confusion. It's not flashy like 400 yards. It doesn't trend like a deep ball. But this record, it's surgical dominance, and it might quietly never fall. Highest single season passer rating, 121.5, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers broke the passer rating system and made 121.5 look casual. In 2011, Aaron Rodgers played quarterback like it was a cheat code. He threw 45 touchdowns, 6 picks, and finished with a passer rating of 121.5, the highest ever for a season. That stat isn't just good, it's broken. You can't even reach 158.3 without a perfect game. Rodgers did it all year long. The Packers went 15-1. Every throw looked like a laser-guided missile. Since then, no one's passed it. Mahomes got close, so did Breeze. But passer rating punishes mistakes. One bad game, and you're done. Rodgers had none. The modern game is built for efficiency, but nobody's repeated that level of clean, cold perfection. Not yet. Most career passing touchdowns, 649, Tom Brady. Helpless, Tom Brady threw 649 touchdown passes. That's not a career, that's 2 stacked on top of each other. Tom Brady ended his career with 649 passing touchdowns. Nobody else has even hit 640. Peyton Manning had 539. Drew Brees had 571. Brady beat them both, then kept playing. This record isn't about one explosive season. It's about domination across 2 decades. He threw touchdowns with 2 different dynasties. He threw them to over 90 different receivers, and he did it until age 45. To break this record, a quarterback would need 35 touchdowns a year for 19 straight seasons, with no major injuries and no decline. Mahomes might try, but even he would need to be great for twice as long as he already has. That's the gap Brady built.